Now, what's ahead for these guys?
Going into week one was always kind of an interesting deal, Mike, and I always felt as a player, you prepare months for week one, and then you prepare 7 days.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
There wasn't really anything fancy about their performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, I thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. But if he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in, and he's down inside the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. The Broncos 38-yard line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
A throw on the move is caught.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll look to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's caught left side by Bowers. He is in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. His first touchdown of the new campaign. The extra point is up and through. And the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the set to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
You know, what's funny about the NFL, Mike, is you expect to come out and have your A game each and every week. And certainly that's ideal, but can you win when you don't have your best stuff? And I think that's what we saw from this quarterback last week. The best thing he did was just continue to battle, continue to make just enough plays, even though he had some struggles. But the biggest thing is, while he continues to improve, what a confidence boost for this entire team, knowing that even if their quarterback doesn't have his best stuff, they can still play winning football.
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
He'll drop to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the Raiders' 41-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Each team one possession, each team a score. As they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he proves tough to bring down. Good running across midfield. A gain of 8 that time. Now follow. We're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now they'll set up to throw. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Throwing now from the gun. He'll tuck it and take off.
That's just great awareness there, Mike. He's looking downfield. He doesn't see anything, but he is locked in to get that first down. He tucks it, becomes a runner, and gets past the marker.
Going up top. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Couple of first downs to start this drive. They're first and 10, up at the 42. Quick throw, taken in, and he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Broncos. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they... Here, they take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
A try here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Broncos will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end, 4 touchbacks. The Raiders offense ready to get back to work. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. That's to the right side, and caught by Bowers. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
That's good for Las Vegas.
Now a give on the ground, and Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain. It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage, and it sets up fourth down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown, you're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth.
And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
So the key to this fourth down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge fourth down stop.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike, living in the long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. Good for a Raider first down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete, and it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Broncos will take over at their own 15.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him. And it ends up being a costly mistake.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to tuck it and go.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back, and he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. They'll throw out of the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted.
I would love to see his better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
And this one complete on the sideline. Good footwork to stay in bounds, but he is just shy of the first down, and that brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Raiders are back within 4 at 14-10.
That penalty is too fine.
Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. To the air now on 1st and 10. He's going to air this one out. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Again, working deep downfield. He's got it! And a critical tackle there. They're getting close to scoring. Instead, they get nothing. Time has run out. This first half has come to an end. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 30. First and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Off he goes. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Denver first down.
And the Broncos first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down, Denver.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Denver. Two touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Point after try forthcoming. He knocks it through. The Broncos are out to a 21-10 lead.
Raiders 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. That's caught left side by Bowers. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll try to set up the screen here. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Broncos offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll get rid of it and complete it. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down. Now they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard. And it's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, trying to keep the play alive, but it is intercepted.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
That's good for Las Vegas.
He'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
It's second down and 10.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And that won't get a hold. Maybe a yard, but that's it.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Broncos offense and their running back set to go once more. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. 3rd and 6. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down. Back to the air one more time. He keeps it himself. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
I can tell you from firsthand, Mike, seeing it unfold, runs like this demoralize any defense. I mean, he's been doing it pretty much since the beginning of the game, and they have yet to find an answer for keeping him under wraps. He has run wild from that quarterback position.
To avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw with a pass is incomplete. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Broncos. Now, the extra point. He's got it. And the Broncos will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Raiders offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback. Smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run. He fumbled the football. And this will be recovered by the offense, so no run back at least, but it'll still wind up a turnover on downs.
These are the opportunities that just kill defense. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
They face second down and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That is hard. A big connection to flip the field. Across midfield on that one. A big-time play for the Broncos. It's a gain of 43 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. Gets to the edge at the 30. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, Denver. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And another score. Another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all offseason long to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
The Raiders' offense ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll look to throw yet again. There's that man again. Another catch. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. 70 seconds left to go in this game. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to his running back.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. This is caught at the 2. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll throw out of the gun. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. The PAT, up and good. And the Raiders are able to edge a bit closer. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. Here's 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Here we go. One final play. Now a shot here, deep middle. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete.